Ghostpia is one of those games you look at and immediately want to buy just because of how pretty it looks. That's exactly what I did, and in this case, it completely paid off. Ghostpia is an amazing visual novel. You follow the perspective of Sayako, who lives in a supposed ghost town where no one seems to die and no one knows what they are. They simply label themselves as ghosts. However, Sayako feels different from the rest. Her memory of the past is blurry and she feels like she doesn't belong here. You probably already noticed that this game is called Ghostpia Season 1, and it really feels more like watching an episode of an anime than playing a visual novel. The intro and outro animations really help bring this vision to life, along with the numerous CGs and animations, of which there are many. So even though this won't be one of the longest visual novels you played, you're definitely getting your money's worth just in the art department alone, trust me. Each episode follows Sayako and her friends. Typically Pacifica, a well-off girl, seems to care a lot about Sayako. Anya, who works at the repair shop and might come off as standoffish at first, but really does care. And Yoru, a girl who mysteriously appeared in this town one day, a town where the number of residents has never increased. Just from looking at the promotional materials and reading the description, you can probably tell that the game will explore a wide range of emotions within our main character, or perhaps the lack of them at first, but you might still be surprised by the tone. The game is unexpectedly violent, which initially caught me off guard. Over time though, you become numb to it. Despite the cute, almost chibi-like art style, Sayako is already used to it, and so will you eventually. I really couldn't guess the mystery of the game, which is tightly wrapped throughout the story, but clues are definitely scattered along the way. The game functions as the season name suggests, in episodes, with each episode typically lasting about 3 hours or so. Each episode is its own arc, but it's not an episodic format where they forgot what happened in previous episodes. Each episode seems to bring Sayako closer and closer to becoming more human than what she thinks of herself. A simple ghost who has been thoroughly outcast. While Sayako is the protagonist, it does not treat Sayako as a blameless victim. While one of the main antagonists, the church, has made her reputation, let us say, not great, she also sometimes does cruel things to people trying to help her. For example, there's a character named Clara, whom Sayako constantly uses and manipulates. Yet, somehow, you still care about Sayako as a person a lot. Her insecurity, lack of memories, and interaction with her friends all feel very human, despite not always being the best person in her friend group, perhaps even selfish. I really wanted to support their journey and see where they were all headed. It reminded me a lot of my own friend group in real life, and it is one of the more touching and interesting perspectives I have seen on this type of topic. The glitchy visuals and CRT effects might be a bit too heavy for some people, but you can adjust them. To me, they add a lot to the story. Sayako feels like someone whose memory is literally clouded and glitchy, so viewing her perspective through an old television made sense. It feels like the game is saying that this experience is fragile, something that could be forgotten or lost with the glitches and the wear of time. She remembers fragments of things, has questions about herself that she can't answer, and has questions about others that she's too afraid to ask, even if she knows she probably should. It's a multifaceted experience that really puts you into the viewpoint of Sayako, not to identify with her, but to understand her as a person. The story doesn't end on a major cliffhanger, but it also doesn't resolve every mystery, since those will be addressed eventually in the sequel. Even so, I really enjoyed the game, and now I'm excitedly waiting for the new season. Ghostpia is going on my all-time favorite list for visual novels, right up there with titles like Enjoy the Diner. It's unique, it's heartwarming, and it's beautiful to look at. I would say this is a must-buy for anyone looking for a visual novel with a bit of a different vibe.